Wow, Sean Strickland, you're calling people useless? Well, that's just very, very interesting of you to say. I swear to God, man, if Google doesn't fucking load. Alright, so after 187 hours of trying, we finally got access to the UFC website. Today, I will be talking about my UFC picks for UFC Noche, Lopez versus Silva. Shitty ass intro, who cares? Let's start with the main event because I just really want to get into this. Let's go to Lopez versus Gene Silva. We're gonna start off with the main event again because, I mean, who the fuck cares about? Oh wow, Rodrigo Senzinato, man, Danilo Nonchenko.
Oh, that's a nasty matchup right there. Nasty matchup.
Anyways, let's actually get to this main event. First, we have Lopez versus Gene Silva. I have a strange feeling that Lopez is gonna sleep Gene Silva out cold, and I'm not even saying this because the Fighting Nerds lost, by the way. I'm not saying it because of that. I've actually been thinking this for like a month. I'm kind of tempted to pick Lopez, man. I'm kind of tempted to pick him. Something that I do worry about though, Lopez. The man got stung by Bull. Another thing that I'm worried about with Diego Lopez is that the man is he's pretty stationary, and you kind of know what he's gonna do after the first two rounds, which is a pretty big problem. Obviously, he could still hurt you in the third, fourth, and fifth, as we saw in his Volk and Ortega fights. You know what? Fuck it. And I'm gonna go Lopez. Because to me, it's that vibe that Lopez is gonna win. Silva honestly might just outclass Lopez as the fifth round goes, but I feel like with Gene Silva, it's kind of like Ruffy, where like Gene Silva always kind of looks for a 2-3 punch combination. Where I feel like Lopez goes for like 4 punch combinations at times. Like Gene Silva is like kind of like Ruffy, where he goes for a big right hand, and I do think Gene Silva will catch him with that lead hook straight right hand, lead hook straight left hand that he has, that he dropped Melsik Bagdasarian with. I think he's gonna catch Lopez with that, and he might drop him. And honestly, he might sleep Lopez, but I'm going Lopez by a pure vibes pick, not because the Fighting Nerds have been losing recently. No. It's just a pure vibes pick. I'm trying to have some fun, and I actually really do want Lopez to win because I'm a big fan of Lopez. So pure vibes. Next we have Rob Font versus David Martinez. I'm going Rob Font decision. It takes someone who's very decent to be Rob Font. I don't think David Martinez is that guy, even though he's looked good. Got a first round KO against, I fucking forgot, but he got a good first round KO. And I know Rob Font is a bit older, had a very close fight with Gene Matsumoto, but then again, like, Gene Matsumoto is very good. He's just won his last fight, so I'm gonna go with Rob Font. Next, we have Rafa Garcia versus Jared Gordon. You know what? I think I'm actually gonna pick Jared Gordon because Rafa Garcia's Vince Pichel fight was dog shit. Rafa Garcia has looked so mid as of recently, and Jared has been looking very good. Like, even though he got headbutted by Bobby Green, he still went on to have decent performances after that. And Rafa Garcia looked very mid against a 42-year-old Vince Pichel. So I'm actually going to go with Jared Gordon on this one. Next, we have Kelvin Gastelum versus Dustin Stoltzfus. I hate that I'm doing this, man. I'm going with Kelvin Gastelum, unfortunately. I hate this with a lot of passion. I hate this shit, but I'm going with Kelvin Gastelum. He's still shown an ability to beat decent levels of competition like Chris Curtis and who's the other guy that he has beaten recently? D-Rod. Both of those guys definitely decent. He has shown, and also the Joe Pyfer fight was pretty damn close, way closer than it needed to be, but second and third were pretty damn close. So Kelvin isn't fully gone just yet. I still think he has the ability to beat decent levels of competition. Dustin Stoltzfus is okay, but he's not. I don't think he's good enough to beat Kelvin Gastelum. Next we have Santiago Luna versus Quang Lee. I think this is like a 50-50 fight on Topology. I don't fucking know who to pick here. I might change my pick on this one. I'm gonna go with Quang Lee for now. Whatever the fuck his name. I'm gonna go with him for now. Next we have Jose Daniel Medina versus Dusko Todorovic. Battle of the knocked out artists. I'm gonna go with Dusko Todorovic. I actually don't even know if I want to go with him. I don't even know who to go with. This is dog shit. I'm gonna go with Medina, but this is dog shit. Both of them are dog shit, honestly. Like, Todorovic looked so Honestly, I think he had the worst fight that I've ever seen against Zachary Reese. I think I'm gonna go with Medina though, since he has a bit more of a chin, and I think he was slightly better. He looked slightly better against the team of Gautier, obviously before getting destroyed. Dusko just looked so slow. Medina at least looked a tad bit fat. I don't know. This dog shit. I'm gonna go Medina though. Next, we have Claudio Puelles versus Joaquim Silva. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by its toe. If it hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay, I'll go with Puelles, I guess. I don't fucking know. Next, we have Suarez versus Lemos. I'm gonna go with Suarez because even though Lemos couldn't get her takedowns against Zhang Wei Li and Amanda Lemos has been open to getting taken down. I'm gonna go with Tatiana Suarez on this one. But again, it's another one of those fucking fights. I'm honestly probably gonna do dog shit on this card. Next, we have Jesus Aguilar versus Luis Gurul. I'm gonna go with Jesus Aguilar because he's Mexican. Let's go. Next, we have Zachary Reese versus Cedric Dumas. I don't fucking know who to pick here. Cedric Dumas is too busy being a fucking YN, too busy getting arrested. Zachary Reese is kind of a dog shit. Looked so bad against Dusko Todorovic. It's like unbelievable how bad both of them looked. I think I'm gonna, bro, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't fucking know with this. Like, McCallow's age is decent, but then again, Zachary Reese has the power. But he looked so dog shit against Tosko Todorovic, who is very chinny. Bro, it's just, I'm going with Reese. Next, we have Alexander Costa versus Alden Correa. Not really too sure who Alden Correa is, unfortunately. I'm going to go with Alexander Costa. I think he's a massive favorite, too. I don't know. I mean, I guess Costa did look decent against Steve Erceg, but, I mean, I don't know. I guess you go with Alexander Costa decision. Next, we have Montserrat Rendon versus Alice Pereira. Alice Pereira, I do know. She's the very hyped up women's MMA prospect, 19 years old, extremely young. Obviously, she could get fraud checked because it seems like anytime there's someone that's hyped up in women's MMA, they get fraud checked. But I think she's going to win this first fight and maybe get fraud checked in her next fight. And finally, we have Rodrigo Cezinado versus Danilo Doncheco. I'm going to go with Danilo Doncheco. Sure, let's go with him. And yeah, those are my picks for UFC. What the fuck? I don't care about Claudio Puelles. And yeah, those are my picks for UFC Noche, Lopez versus Silva. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe if you did. Make sure to comment for the algo. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video.